The efforts that the authority have made in the provision of tugboats, provision of pilot cutters, and also our intention to commence the dredging within the Escravos. We have reached an advanced stage in our procurement process to enable us to provide the dredging work and navigational aid for Escravos. So this is why we're primarily here to engage with the stakeholders for further dialogue on how we can ensure that traffic indeed comes to the Delta port and all the eastern ports of the country.
Is there a timeline? Is there a timeline to this?
Well, there's a timeline to the engagement of the contractor. We're hopeful within the next 12 weeks we'll get the necessary approvals from the Ministerial Tenders Board to enable us engage the contractor that will provide dredging works and navigational aids to the Escravos.
One thing, sir, it has to do with your relationship with Intels in the last few days.
Yes.
What is actually the problem? People are seeing it like it's a political vendetta.
Yes.
Is it really?
Well, Intels, it's evident that Intels declined to comply to TSA. I'm sure you're familiar with TSA, the Treasury Single Account, where all revenues generated by the government are domiciled in. It takes its root from the Constitution. Section 80 of the Constitution clearly provides that revenue should come to the government. Intels collects revenues on behalf of Nigerian Ports Authority and has declined to accept that those revenues should be paid to the accounts of the government. We have been in dialogue with Intels from June 2016 to date, and Intels has maintained that they will not make the payment to the TSA. Nigerian Ports Authority felt the need to have this company comply and sought the opinion of the Attorney General. Attorney General confirmed ab initio that the contract indeed is void because of its violation of Section 80 and Section 169 of the Constitution. So there's nothing political about it. Companies have complied. I do not believe there's any company that is above complying with the Constitution of the country it's operating in. The Constitution clearly provides that. So why should any company feel it's above the law, feel that it's above the Constitution? So putting political coloration is a way of distracting Nigerians and distracting people. Primarily, the issue is comply with TSA. We in Nigerian Ports Authority have noted the concerns of Intels regarding efficient payment. Bureaucratic processes might not permit NPA to pay them efficiently within the period they want. We've noted that concern, and we have offered to Intels that we will give them interest on any delayed payment. We have said we'll pay you within 7 official days, and if we do not pay within those periods, let us pay you an interest on delayed payment. And Intel still declined and said they will not comply to TSA. They would rather collect all revenues to their accounts, deduct their own payment, deduct cost of amortization, and give Nigerian government the balance. But that is not the way it should work. The structure should be that revenues are collected to the coffers of the government, to a TSA account that both Intels and MPA view. So this account permits Intels to see what revenues come in. At the end of every month, there will be a reconciliation of what revenues have come into those accounts. Upon reconciliation, Intels will provide Nigerian Ports Authority with an invoice of their service fee, 28%. MPA would pay them. Intels provides certificates and evidence of amortization. MPA would pay them. Intels will provide the details of the cost of funds, and MPA would pay them. This is the structure as is provided, and if there are any concerns on delay or bureaucratic process, we can pay you interest on delayed payment, but they refuse to comply. So I'm curious as to what is political about that. Is it more political that Intels is using politics to intimidate people into their non-compliance? Have they been using politics in the past years to rise above and function outside of the Constitution, outside of legal and regulatory environment? That is the question Nigerians should ask, to the extent that they are the ones that are politicizing, and they're the ones that are refusing to adhere and using politics to distract people. I think it's important that everyone and Nigerians are aware that nobody is above the law. Nobody is above any constitutional provision. No matter what you say, to the extent that there are certain personnel that might lose their job, Nigerian Ports Authority is going to get another company to provide the service. So these individuals that have learned and gotten skill set from working with Intels will be hired by this company. Nobody should intimidate us by threatening loss of job or threatening all manners of positions around politicizing issues. You need to comply. Everybody has complied. TSA is a tough thing. All of us are battling with how we can ensure that we function efficiently within TSA. So nobody should say he's not doing TSA, and when they say comply to TSA, you jump and say it's politics. I think it's time we realize that.